Howdy everyone, Mike Michel, Rock and Roll Therapy Room, located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the little music hub, the little music school that could. Summer Gig Survival Kit. Here we go, it's going to be fast, plenty of items around the table. These are only suggestions. I wish you the best at your summer gigs, and maybe you have a few suggestions as well, but here we go, here are mine. Change of shirt. I could sweat. I could be in a building and it could be 30 degrees inside and I would still sweat. So I always bring a change of shirt for after the gig to feel refreshed. And when you sign autographs, if you're a big rock star, nobody wants to hug a smelly dude or dudette. So, second suggestion, don't eat crappy food before you go on, right before a gig. Pizza, donuts, look at this crappy food. It's delicious, of course, man, but you will not be able to play and you will be drained. Third suggestion, again, I sweat a lot. I'm a string player, I'm a guitar player and a bass player, so I always have a towel around my neck or on my amp or anything like that. I'm always wiping down strings or my face. I just think that's just like a no-brainer and a must. Okay, for those of you who partake in alcoholic beverages, they are delicious. I do. They're fantastic. But I keep it to a 1-drink minimum, especially outdoor gigs, because that's just going to drain you, man. And so that's my suggestion. Just keep the alcohol to a minimum. I know it's anti-rock and roll, but I'm just being smart if you want to be a good performer. And it's 90 degrees out. Keep it to that. That's the jam right there. More water, the better. I keep lots of water handy. My biggest suggestion, my favorite one, blue LED lights on your pedals. Did you notice if you're outdoors, most pedals come with red LED lights. It's horrible. Good luck kind of knowing if you're on or off, if your distortion's on or off or whatever. Even in a club, a lot of red lights in clubs and theaters. So blue LED lights, man, they cut through everything indoors or outdoors. I highly suggest swapping out your lights for blue ones. Chip clip. You're a string player, you're reading charts at a gig outdoors. This is not a dog toy. Well, it could be a dog paw. I think it is. Anyway, chip clip. Keep your charts on your music stand. I like the old school music stands, not the new fancy ones that weigh 100 pounds. Okay. Pretty obvious. Bug spray. I would say, if you're down by, a water source or river, you're doing an outdoor festival in a rural area, especially at night, bug spray. Okay. Foot odor. I don't have it, you don't have it. I don't recommend you using this, but I didn't have any baby powder. There's sort of this myth out there, a lot of players use baby powder. I only know of Jeff Beck who uses it, but I just decided to include this in the video. Baby powder has some chemicals in it, kind of goes everywhere, but yeah, it can dampen, it can cut down the sweat on the hands, but, I'm questionable on this one, but I wanted to include it just in case. Again, if you have any suggestions, just leave it on the comment page. Sunglasses, very obvious, a must. Okay, your local sound person ain't gonna bring one of these to the outdoor gig. The wind's blowing, etc. I have 3 or 4 of these new ones, these mic screens in my gig bag at all times if I'm singing. It just makes perfect sense, extremely logical. I would use them. Always have a 9-volt ready, you never know. Coated strings, yeah, they're brighter, they're more expensive, and most guitar nerd store owners will kind of steer you away from them and keep the strings traditional and heavy. You know what? I say screw that. Coated strings last longer. If you're doing lots of outdoor gigs, you're not going to get all the gunk as much, so I recommend those. Here is a cool source of protein, energy, like a really nutritious power bar, not a sugary one, but a more organic one. I'm a hippie from South Minneapolis, so I like the organics there. Pretty obvious, we've got some sunscreen here, and I don't put a lot on, and to be honest with you, I should do more of this, but if you're playing more than 45 minutes and it's 90 plus out, obviously that would be a smart move. And here you go. Those are all my little suggestions over and out from the Rock and Roll Therapy Room. And just like everybody else making cool videos on YouTube for musicians to check out, please support your local musician. If they're making a video, maybe you can support the Rock and Roll Therapy Room. Go into our site, which is right on YouTube, www.rockandrolltherapyroom.com. We have a donation. The money doesn't go to me. It goes to all of our programs. Or if your video makers have music on iTunes, just download a song. Just it's 99 cents. And thanks again, Mike Michel, over and out. Have a good summer gig.